that is heavy. Having a husband or having a wife is something that is very heavy for a noble individual, but it is something that is very light for a common person. Some people, if they hear me say this, then they will be surprised and they will say that the world will come to an end if people do not get married. It is somebody that doesn't have panya, somebody that is foolish, the common person who thinks that the world will be lost, the world will come to an end. In truth, the world is very, very extensive. The world is endless for someone that has suffering, that has dukkha, that lives and sleeps, that wakes and stands and walks and goes and comes with dukkha, that is someone that has dukkha all the time. The noble individual does not understand in this way. He understands that there is no need to build up anything at all. And there is no need to build up something that is heavy. Once one is born as a human being, then one simply goes ahead and does one's work according to one's duty and doesn't build heavy things. The noble individual lives with awareness, he lives with knowing, sati and panya. He lives with knowing clearly and knowing really. So he lives with not troubling himself and not troubling others. It is because he can do this because he has destroyed anger, delusion and greed, and he has destroyed defilement and craving and attachment and action. He lives with normality. He lives with normality through the body, through the speech and through the mind. This normality looks after, it takes care of each person. It is not that the person observes sila, which is normality, usually translated as ethics or morality. It is not that the person takes care of the normality, but the normality takes care of the person. So the person taking care of observing sila and sila observing the person are two different things. The common person is afraid of going wrong, of doing the wrong thing. The noble individual, he does not have to bother about observing any rules or principles. He simply takes care of normality through the body, normality through speech, and normality through the mind, and therefore he is normal. Whenever the body, speech, or the mind, think something abnormal, something that goes against normality, then he knows it immediately. He knows the deception of it, and he can protect himself from it, and he can cure himself from it, so he can defeat it. The one that knows has taught that to conquer, to defeat others 100 or 1,000 times has no fruit, it has no use at all. But to conquer or defeat oneself just one time does have fruit, it does have a use. The conquering or defeating of oneself, the conquering of oneself, means that one has sati and one has panya, and whenever thought arises, one sees it and knows it, one sees it clearly, one knows it clearly, and if it is thinking abnormally, then we do not follow that thought, we do not follow the mental objects, and this means that we can conquer ourselves. We see and know clearly, we know in time, and we can cure ourselves of abnormality. You may have heard that sila, traditionally translated as morality, but which I understand to be normality, that sila is the tool for destroying the crude kilesa, that samadhi is the tool for destroying the median kilesa, and that panya is the tool for destroying the subtle kilesa. The crude kilesa is anger, delusion and greed. It is defilement, craving and attachment. Someone that has freed themselves from anger, delusion and greed, from defilement, craving and attachment, that person is someone that has sila, that has real ethics or has normality, and that person can make themselves to be a noble individual, the real venerable person in the mind. So now please listen well, please listen carefully. If you do not listen carefully, then you will not understand. I will speak about calmness. It is said that samadhi is the tool for getting rid of or destroying the median defilement, the median kilesa. When we talk of the median kilesa, some people understand this, but some people still do not understand. The median kilesa is doing good and speaking good, and it's being attached to rules or ethics, to morality, and being attached to making merit, to doing good things. This attachment to goodness is the median kilesa. And also the person that sits still and makes the mind calm and is therefore not aware of themselves, this is also the median kilesa, because it is not knowing. The Buddha teaches us of avijja, which means not really knowing. Avijja is Pali language, the language of the scriptures. And when we translate it into our own language, we see that avijja means to not know really, to not really know. Vijja, knowledge, means to know. So, with respect to the defilements that are subtle, we have to depend upon jnana panya, the knowledge that comes from the awareness knowing. So the Buddha teaches us to know the normality of the body, the normality of speech and the normality of mind, and that this is the real calmness, so that we do not have to set about specially trying to make ourselves calm by sitting and not being aware of oneself. Right now, as you are listening to me speak, right now your mind is normal, isn't it? Right now your mind has no greed, it has no hatred, it has no attachment, no attraction to anything. Right now your mind is impartial or neutral. This is called upekkha, and it is there already, so there is no need for you to do anything. Right now your mind is beyond suffering and beyond happiness. This is called the calmness of sati, of panya, the calmness of seeing clearly. So therefore calmness, tranquility or peacefulness, this calmness has two kinds. So the first kind is the calmness of the person that doesn't know, and the second kind is the calmness of the person that knows. So the calmness of the person that doesn't know is a calmness that this person must build. He must create this calmness. The calmness of one that knows is a calmness that doesn't have to be built. It doesn't have to be created. One doesn't have to do anything, since that calmness is already there, and it is simply a matter of seeing the nature of the body and seeing the nature of the life, seeing the nature of the mind. And when we see this, we know this calmness. So now I will speak on about the characteristic of arising and cessation. The one that knows teaches that if a human being has been born and lived for 100 years and has as yet not clearly known and clearly seen the characteristic of arising and cessation, his life has no use at all. His life has no meaning, no point, and he lives and sleeps, eats and goes and comes with suffering. Whereas a person that has been born for only one day, lived for only one day, if he sees and knows the characteristic of arising and cessation, then his life has point, his life has meaning, his life has a use, much, much more than the person that has lived for 100 years. So, to extend this example, we speak about those that have ordained, even though some people who are ordained may be dissatisfied when they hear this. The person that has ordained as a monk for 100 years, 100 wet seasons, if he does not know the characteristic of arising and cessation, then his life is useless. This means that it cannot be used, it has no point. This uselessness of the life means that this person has no awareness and no knowledge. So if that person is a man, is called a gentleman. If